Greeting dear students and welcome to the class. Today we'll be doing treatment of accumulated profits, reserves, losses at the time of retirement. So whatever profits, reserves and losses are existing, there is a simple rule, whether it's an admission or retirement or change in profit sharing ratio, and that simple rule is that these are to be distributed in the old arrangement. If we are discussing the case of admission, the old arrangement will be, in case of admission, old arrangement will be old partners and old ratio. But when we are discussing retirement, here old arrangement is all partners. All partner means including retiring partner, and old ratio. And the purpose behind distribution of this is that these all accumulated profits, reserves are earned with the efforts of retiring partner also. So when he is leaving the firm, we should be able to give the benefit of all these accumulated profits and reserves. So likewise, if there is a losses, he should be sharing these losses also, because losses are also suffered during his tenure. So let us see the journal entries. So I am doing first journal entry. This is my journal format, particulars, debit amount and credit amount. So the first journal entry is for distributing accumulated profits and reserve. Journal entry for distributing accumulated profits and reserves. So what will be the journal entry for distributing accumulated profits and reserve? All these accumulated profits and reserves have credit balance. So how to transfer credit balance? By debiting it. So my journal entry will be journal reserve account, debit profit and loss account. This is also given on the liability side of the balance sheet. Profit and loss account, debit, workman's compensation reserve account, debit, after deducting the liability if any. So all these are given on the liability side of the balance sheet. Likewise, investment fluctuation fund, if it is there, investment fluctuation reserve or fund is there. And 2, all partners capital account, including retiring partner. So you will make a list of all the partners, partner A, partner B, partner C, and this list will include retiring partner also. And if they are maintaining fixed capital account, in that case you need to take their current accounts. So this is the journal entry for distributing all accumulated profits and reserves. Now let us see, and you will be writing amounts here, and these will be distributed in the old ratio. Like for example, suppose there are 3 partners A, B, C, and B retires, and their ratio, old ratio is 3:2:1, then all these general reserve, profit and loss, workman compensation, all these are to be distributed in the old ratio. Old ratio is 3:2:1. And if they are maintaining current account, so we'll do it through current account. Now let us see the journal entry for losses. Yes. So in case of loss, all partners capital account, this is the journal entry. I'm writing it here because I have not left the space here. Journal entry in case of accumulated losses or fictitious assets. So all partners capital account, or if they are maintaining current account, so current account debit 2. Now you will make a list of all the expenses which are given in the asset side of the balance sheet. Preliminary expenses, preliminary expenses, two, advertisement suspense account, and two, profit and loss account. Which profit and loss account? Which is given on the asset side. You don't have to mention this, but for your information, this is different from the previous one. This is given on the asset side, and you know that if profit is given on the asset side, it will be considered as loss. So we'll be distributing all these in which ratio? Old ratio. All partners including retiring partner and old ratio. So now let us see the free reserves which are given in the balance sheet. Let us make the list of free reserves which are given in the balance sheet for your convenience. Free reserves and profits given in the balance sheet. So I'm making a list of all the reserves which you can easily distribute among all the partners. So first type of free reserve is simple reserve or reserve fund. Second is general reserve. Then the next, third is contingency reserve. So all these reserves are to be distributed among all the partners in the old ratio. Then profit and loss, credit balance. Next will be workman compensation, workman's compensation reserve or fund, but with the condition that after settling the claim. And you know all the various conditions of workman compensation reserve, if it is more than the liability or if it is less than the liability. So all these cases are same as we done in case of admission. Now next, investment fluctuation fund, investment fluctuation reserve or fund. Now next will be capital reserve. Retained earnings. So all these are the examples of free reserves. Undistributed profits. This profit and loss can be given in the form of undistributed profits. Undistributed profits. Then if there is some joint life policy reserve, life policy reserve, if any, if it is given in the numerical, then all reserves are to be distributed among all partners, including retiring partner, and in old ratio. And now see the fictitious assets which are given in the balance sheet, asset side of the balance sheet. So second will be the category of fictitious assets and profit and loss, debit balance, and these will be given on the asset side of the balance sheet, old balance sheet, you can say, of the old balance sheet. And all these free reserves you can find on the liability side of the balance sheet. So let us see. So first one will be profit and loss, debit balance. Then second one is preliminary expenses. Then advertisement suspense, advertisement suspense. Then miscellaneous expenditures, and the last one will be deferred revenue expenditure. So these three can be given in the form of advertisement, can be given in the form of miscellaneous expenditure, or instead of advertisement suspense they can give you this deferred revenue expenditure. So refer to this list because I have written all the possible fictitious assets and debit balance of profit and loss. So these are to be distributed among all partners, including the retiring partner, in the old arrangement. Old arrangement is old ratio. So this will go on the debit side of partners capital account, but for this you will be giving debit to partners and credit to all these, and for free reserve we will be giving credit to all the partners capital and debit to all these reserves, because whenever we are transferring reserves we need to give write the opposite balance for transferring. Now let us see the items which should not be distributed. So do not distribute following items because they are not these are not your free reserves. So let us make the list of all that also. So first is employees provident fund, or EPF you can call it as. Now second one is taxation reserve, made for the purpose of meeting tax liability. Now the third one is machinery replacement fund, if any given on the liability side, these are not to be distributed. Then workers profit sharing fund, workers profit sharing fund. And the next is employees saving fund, employees saving fund. And the last is if any specific reserve is given to you. Other than investment fluctuation and workman's compensation. So you need to be very careful that you should not distribute all these reserves. These are not to be distributed, all these categories. So now let us do a numerical from T.S. Grewal's book relating to all these reserves and profits. At the time of admission, at the time of retirement. So first of all, we are taking up question number 26. So let me read question number 26. X, Y, Z are partners in a firm sharing profits and losses in the ratio of 3:2:1. Z retires from the firm on 1st April 2020. On the date of Z's retirement, the following balances existing in the books of the firm. General reserve is there, and profit and loss debit balance. So it is to be debited to the partner's capital. Workman compensation reserve, which was no more required. Employees provident fund. I just told you employees provident fund is not to be distributed, and you are required to pass journal entry for the adjustment of the items on Z's retirement. So let us do question number 26, page number 6. And page number is 6.57. So let us see the first journal entry. First journal entry will distribute journal reserve, will distribute workman compensation reserve. So you can make a combined entry for journal reserve and workman compensation reserve. So these are having credit balance, but when you transfer, there will be you need to give debit to all these two items. So first entry will be journal reserve account debit, journal reserve account debit, workman's compensation reserve account debit. And let us see the amounts. Amount is 1,80,000. Here you can fill the details. This is debit amount and credit amount, LF and particulars. So workman compensation is given to us as 24,000, and we are having three partners X, Y, Z. They are sharing profits in the ratio of 3:2:1. So this is to be distributed in this ratio to X capital. The benefit will be given to all the partners, and you know the rule of capital account. Whenever you want to give benefit to the partners, capital accounts will be credited, and Z's capital account So here it will be 3 upon 6 multiplied by sum total of this is 2,04,000. So let us see, 6 3s are 6 4s are 34,000. So 34,000 multiplied by 3 will be 102. So first of all we'll give 3 upon 6 share to X, and then 68, and then 34,000. We are dividing this in the ratio of 3:1. So I hope the treatment is clear. So being General Reserve and Workmen Compensation Reserve are distributed. Now the second entry in the same question will be the journal entry relating to profit and loss with debit balance. So profit and loss with debit balance will be given to the partners, and it is to be, for this partners are to be debited. So X capital, Y's capital, account, debit, two, and we are giving profit and loss account. Profit and loss account is 30,000 amount. It is to be distributed in the ratio of 3:1. So when you distribute this in the ratio of 3:1, it will be 15,000, 10,000 and 5,000, being a loss given at the time of retirement is distributed among all the partners in the old ratio. Now let us do question number 27. Let us see what is there in question number 27. I hope you will be able to see this on your screens. Asha, Naveen and Shalini are partners in a firm sharing profits in the ratio of 5:3:2. Goodwill appeared in the books at the value of 80,000. Journal reserve 40,000. And you know that whenever goodwill is there, it has to be written off among old partners in the old ratio. Naveen decided to retire. On the date of retirement, goodwill of the firm was valued at 1,22,000. The new profit sharing ratio of Asha and Shalini is 2:3. So whenever new profit sharing ratio is given to you along with the old one, the first step should be to calculate gaining or sacrificing share. So in question number 27, first of all we will calculate gaining or sacrificing. Because it's a retirement, so we can apply this formula. Gaining share is equal to new minus old. But if you are writing the formula of sacrificing share and you are being able to write correctly whether a partner is gaining or losing, in that case also that formula will work. So here old ratio of the partner is 5:3:2 and new is 2:3. Let me write the name of the partner: Asha, Naveen and Shalini. So this is their new ratio and old is 5:3:2. So you can multiply this. This is 10 and this is 5. You can multiply this by 2. So your ratio will be new ratio of Asha, Naveen and Shalini after multiplying each element by 2. So this will be 4:6. 2 2s are 4 and 2 3s are 6, and rest old will remain as it is. 5:3:2. So this is negative and this is positive. It shows that this partner is sacrificing. And what is sacrificing share? I told you that always connect this with this. So he is sacrificing with 1/10. I am writing here Asha's sacrifice. Otherwise you can do by simple reduction also. Simple reduction will be new minus old. So Asha's new share is 2 upon 5 minus old is 5 upon 10. LCM will be 10. 4 minus 5, it will be minus 1 upon 10, or you can go with this. And last one is Shalini's gain. This is sacrifice because it is negative. So gain is new is 3 upon 5 and old is 2 upon 10. LCM will be 10. So it will be 6 minus 2, 4 upon 10. So this is the gain. So one is sacrificing, another is gaining. So what is to be done if a particular partner is sacrificing? Then this partner needs to be compensated by the gainer partner. So gainer partner, the responsibility of gainer partner will increase because he will have to compensate Asha, old partner, continuing and sacrificing partner, as well as he will have to pay to the retiring partner. So I am writing it again. See what is happening in this case. These are the three partners, Naveen and Shalini. Naveen is retiring, and on retirement Asha is sacrificing while Shalini is gaining. So what is to be done here? Here Shalini will have to give or compensate Asha along with a retiring partner. Why? What is the reason? Because Shalini is taking full share of Naveen, number 1, plus a part of share of Asha. So she's getting double benefit. One, the whole share of retirement goes to her, and moreover this Asha's share had also reduced. So that's why she needs to compensate Naveen also, and Naveen is a retiring partner also, as well as to Asha also. I told you how to construct journal entry. For this, first of all, you have to calculate Asha's sacrificing share of goodwill. So let us see how much goodwill is given to us in the numerical. The goodwill which is given to us in the numerical is goodwill. Which goodwill will you take? Goodwill valued goodwill, because two goodwills are given to us. So goodwill valued at the time of Naveen's retirement is 1,20,000. So Asha's sacrificing share, these are the working notes which are very important. Sacrificing share of goodwill will be 1,20,000 multiplied by 1 upon 10. 120 is the goodwill valued and 1 upon 10 is the sacrificing share of Asha. So this will be 12,000. And what is Naveen's share of goodwill? Naveen is a retiring partner. So retiring partner share of goodwill will be Naveen's share. Let me see the Naveen share. Old ratio is 5:3:2. So this is Naveen's share. It is 3 upon 10, 1,20,000 goodwill valued multiplied by Naveen's share. It is 3 upon 10. So it will be 36,000. Now let us frame the journal entries in this question. So first of all, the first journal entry is that their books are already showing goodwill. So what is to be done when books are already showing goodwill? This is question number 27 continued. So first of all, write off goodwill, write off existing goodwill. So how to write off existing goodwill? Write off existing goodwill. Existing goodwill is to be written off among all the partners in the old ratio. So partners are Asha's capital account, debit, then Naveen's capital account, debit, and lastly Shalini's capital account, debit. To goodwill. How much goodwill is given to us? The goodwill which is given to us in the balance sheet is 80,000. So we'll write off 80,000, and what is the ratio? The old ratio is 5:3:2. We need to distribute this 80,000 in this ratio. So this will be 40,000 for Asha, and 3/10. 3/10 is 24,000, and 2 is 16,000 for Shalini. Being old goodwill written off among all the partners, including retiring partner in the old ratio. So all partners and old ratio, goodwill is written off. So this you need to add in your narration. Now second entry will be general reserve is also there. So we'll distribute general reserve account, debit. You can give the heading or even write in the narration, but in exam you have to give the narration. This heading will not work. To Asha's capital account and to Naveen's capital and to Shalini's capital account. So how much general reserve is given to us? The value of the general reserve is 40,000. So distribute 40,000 in which ratio? Again in the 5:3:2 ratio. So just half of this, so it will be 20, 12 and 8, because the amount is half, so we are distributing this like this. So the next is, and you can write in the narration, being general reserve distributed among all partners in the old ratio. And the last entry, which is very important and its weightage will also be more. Last entry will be based on giving the share of goodwill. Who will give share of goodwill? This will be given by Shalini to Asha. This much she will be giving to Asha. This will be given by Shalini to Asha, and this will also be given by Shalini to Naveen. So let us frame the journal entry here. The journal entry will be Shalini's account debit, Shalini's capital account debit, make it capital, capital account debit to first of all, let us write the retiring partner's name, Naveen's capital account, and then to Asha's capital. and the amounts will be 12,000 and 36,000. 36,000 here and 12,000 here, and total which Shalini is required to pay is 40,000. So being the adjustment entry for goodwill is passed, and here you can mention that one of the old partner, continuing partner Asha, is sacrificing, and refer working note 1. And these are my working note 1. So I hope all these 2 questions must be clear to you. So I'll be reading third question also, but you can try this question number 3 on your own, and I'll be giving you the idea or hint for solving this. So in question number 28, Ram, Lakshman and Bharat are partners sharing profits in the ratio of 3:2:1. Goodwill appear in the book. So what is to be done with goodwill appear? It is to be written off among all the partners. Journal entry will be Ram, Lakshman and Bharat to goodwill. Lakshman retire at the time of retirement. Goodwill is valued at this. So valued goodwill, through valued goodwill you can calculate the share of Lakshman. Ram and Bharat decided to share future profits in the ratio of 2:1. So through old and new ratio you will be able to calculate the gaining share or sacrificing share. And the last point, which is also a new addition to this question, the profit for the first year after retirement is given to you as 1,20,000. So this profit will be distributed in the ratio of 2:1. And what will be the journal entry for distributing this profit? The journal entry for distributing the profit will be profit and loss appropriation account debit to the remaining partners, Ram and Bharat. So how many entries will be there? First entry for writing of goodwill, second entry for for giving retiring partner share of goodwill, and the third entry will be for distributing the profit. So that's all for today. Have a nice day, and now you can practice other numericals also, because now the 3 topics are covered. Treatment of goodwill, number 1. We have already calculated new profit sharing ratio, and the treatment of accumulated profits and reserve. Thank you and have a nice day.